In an exclusive interview with Sky News, Iran's ambassador to the United Nations, Amir Saeid Iravani, sent a critical message concerning the ongoing tensions with Israel. Following an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council in New York, the ambassador hinted at a formidable Iranian response should further escalations arise, stating that Israel would know what our second retaliation would be. They understand the next one will be most decisive. The recent spike in hostilities between Iran and Israel reached new heights over the weekend when Iran launched over 300 drones and missiles into Israeli territory. This assault came as a response to what has been a widely attributed Israeli strike on an Iranian consular building in Syria, resulting in the deaths of 2 Iranian generals earlier this month. While Israel has not officially taken responsibility for the Syria strike, the actions have been presumed to be part of its broader efforts to curb Iranian influence and military entrenchment in the region. In the wake of Iran's actions, Israel's war cabinet convened to deliberate over potential countermeasures. An Israeli official, whose identity was not disclosed, hinted at a significant response to Iran's offensive. Meanwhile, Ambassador Iravani labeled the official's remarks as simply a threat rather than an indication of imminent action, expressing hope that military reprisals from Israel would not occur. The escalation of tensions has sparked widespread concern over the possibility of the conflict broadening out to affect the wider Middle East. Ambassador Iravani defended Iran's missile attacks as a legitimate right to respond to initial acts of aggression against its diplomatic premises. Israel, with aid from its allies, the United States, the United Kingdom, Jordan, and France, managed to thwart most of Iran's attacks, relying on the advanced Iron Dome missile defense system to protect its territory. The possibility of further conflict in the Middle East raises alarms about the role of potential nuclear capabilities, with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant speaking of the need to form an alliance against the threat of Iran potentially equipping missiles with nuclear warheads. Iran, on its part, has consistently denied allegations of seeking nuclear weapons. The international community urges restraint. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, along with G7 leaders and Arab countries, has called for de-escalation, highlighting the precarious edge on which the Middle East now teeters. The Middle East is on the brink, Guterres emphasized, pointing to the imminent danger of an all-consuming conflict. Deputy U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Robert Wood, did not mince words in stating that the U.S. would hold Iran accountable for any actions against American interests or further actions against Israel, warning that Iran will be held responsible. Despite stating that it does not seek to heighten the conflict, the U.S. has reaffirmed its steadfast commitment to defending Israel. As this high-stakes geopolitical chess game unfolds, the world watches with bated breath, hoping diplomatic efforts can quell the flaring hostilities and forestall any further spiral into violence. The Sky News Daily podcast is available for those wishing to follow live updates and in-depth analysis as this critical situation evolves.